All right, so hopefully you found that quick and easy to sign up and log into your Shopify account. Once you've done that, you'll be brought to this home page. So what I want to do is just to give you a brief tour, just so that you can get familiar with the menu in the admin area. So let's just go straight over to the left hand side and you'll see a home button, which is where we are now. You'll see orders, which is your customers' orders, of course. Products, where you can add products. The customers, so this will have a record of your current customer base. And reports, which gives you like analytic reports, a little bit like Google Analytics, if you've ever used that. And you can set some discount rules. And down here you have your online store, which is where you can customize your store. Now right down the bottom, you'll also see apps, and there's lots of apps that you can add to Shopify to make it a lot easier and more functional to use. And also some extra settings down here. So the settings at the bottom, they're going to give you your payment settings and your checkout, shipping, as it all says here. So let's just go back to the products, and you'll see here that it has add your products. So this is really simple and straightforward. If we click add a product, either in the top right or in the middle, you can see you can add a product here. So if we had a t-shirt for sale, let's say we had a Batman t-shirt, although you shouldn't be using copyrighted stuff, but let's say you had a Batman t-shirt, you would just type that in the box here, obviously a description in the next box, and you can add images. Set your price, inventory, your shipping, and the weight for the shipping, which can be important if you're doing weight-based shipping, and also variants. So you might have a white colored t-shirt or a black colored t-shirt, and this is where you would put in the different variants. The other thing is on here under products, if we go down to where it says collections, I'll leave this page. This is where you create collections, and it is important that you create your collections before you add your products. So if we go create collection, it'll ask for a title. Now a collection is the same, or think of it as the same as a category. So in Shopify they call categories collections. Don't get confused, it's simply a category. Okay, so let's say we were selling t-shirts and you might be selling funny t-shirts. So this could be a category called funny t-shirts. And you would enter the description of your funny t-shirts category here. And the conditions here I normally have set to manually. It just helps with an app that we are going to use later on. And over in the right, you can add an image for your category. Okay, so far we've covered, well, we started on the home. If we go over to the left-hand side, again, over to this menu. So we started with home, orders, products. Customers would be the current customers that you've had. And if we keep going down, go down to online store. And this is the other menu that you will use. So themes is where you can change the complete look and layout of your store. So we can customize the current theme by clicking customize theme, or we can visit the theme store and we can change the theme altogether. There's quite a few free ones and there's also paid themes. For this demonstration purpose, we're just going to stick with the free theme that came with our trial period. So that's the themes, and we'll go into that a little bit more detail later on. Blog posts. Well, you might want to write a blog post if you wanted to feature a particular product. So let's say, sticking with the apparel and the clothing theme, if you wanted to have a product on there that had some special feature about it. It might be a particular design of t-shirt or a particular style of t-shirt. It's always good to create a product profile in a blog. It's very search engine friendly, and it's a good way, actually a blog is a good place to send somebody from an ad. We'll cover that later. Also, pages. Pages is another one you will want to use if you want to add an About You page or a Contact Us page, and also any other relevant information regards your website, but not necessarily a post, a blog post. So there is a little bit of a difference, although they are similar. Okay, so down to navigation. This is a very important part of your store. So navigation is where you set up your drop-down menus and your main heading menus. So starting at the top here, we have your footer menu, which is the menu at the very bottom of the page. The main menu is the menu that we have running down the left-hand side of the page in this particular theme that we're using. Don't worry about mobile phones at the moment or women's jewellery. They're just example submenus. So we'll just keep going down the left-hand side here. Domains. Now you can have a personalised domain or a custom domain, as in I could have paylessplaza.com rather than paylessplaza.myshopify.com, which is obviously longer. So at the moment we have a subdomain. It's piggybacking off myshopify.com, which is fine, but it won't be as memorable or as easy to type as simply Payless Plaza. So that's something we'll look at later on too, if you wish to customize your domain. And then we have preferences. So this is where you set, so at the top here you have title and meta description. So I would just type in here Payless Plaza and a description about what the web store is about. And this will help your search engine rankings. This is what, for example, Google, when it crawls the web and it looks for information within the pages of your site. So if you had a niche product, so let's say that you were just selling, say, women's high-heeled shoes. If your store was called Women's High-Heeled Shoes and you typed it as the homepage title, and then you had a description here with the keywords women's high-heeled shoes, then this is what Google is going to crawl and read and pick up. And what will happen is if somebody was searching Google and they typed in women's high-heeled shoes, then this is going to be very, very relevant. So it's going to come up in the search results very quickly. A general store name like Payless Plaza, which I have gone with, it's very generic and it's very unlikely that anybody would be typing in Payless Plaza unless they were looking for my site. So a store name and a custom domain name is very important. That's something, again, that we can go into more detail later on. Google Analytics. Now, this is like our reporting over here. If I go to Reports and I go to Dashboards, you'll see that this gives us information on the amount of visitors that we have had to the website. So this is just a demonstration account, so obviously not much going on here. But if we go back again to Online Store and then Preferences, what we have is a box here that we can paste code into from our Google Analytics account. Now, if you don't have one, don't panic. It's very easy to set up. But Google Analytics will give you very detailed information about visitors to your store, a little bit more in-depth than what Shopify gives you, but for now, Shopify Analytics will do. Now, the Facebook pixel is fantastic because What this allows you to do is put a Facebook pixel directly into your Shopify account here. Now, if you don't know what a Facebook pixel is, I won't go into it right now, but just to summarize, it's part of the Facebook advertising platform. And you can do Facebook ads without a Facebook pixel, but if you have one, it does improve your ROI or your return on investment. It does help with that a lot. You will save a lot of money by using a Facebook pixel. Now, down here at the bottom, we have password page. If you have a brand new site, your password, your website will be password protected. Now, I'll just quickly show you what I mean. So here is a, well, just go into, actually I'll just go back and grab that URL. So if I go to my current URL, which is paylessplaza.myshopify.com, and keep in mind that I'm in an incognito window in Chrome, which means that this doesn't save any cookies or any password information. So this is as if I am a brand new customer to this website. So let's just pretend that I've just typed in this URL, and this is what a customer currently would see if they went to my store. Okay, so I thought I'd better just show you this because you might be a bit confused if you didn't know what was going on. And what is going on is that until you pay your first month's subscription, while you're only on the trial period, you have to provide a password for anybody to log into your site. Now that's obviously not very good from a sales point of view, because unless somebody has your password, they're not going to be able to get in. So just thought I'd point that out. There's no problem for you personally viewing your site live, but if you want anybody else to, they're going to have to know the password, come to the right hand corner and enter the password. So if I just go back to my admin, you'll see down here they've automatically generated a password, and that's what I would have to. I'll copy and paste just so I can show you. So if I copy and paste that password in, now it lets me into the site. So this is what a customer would currently be taken to if they went to paylessplaza.myshopify.com. So that's just something to be really aware of, because you will need, before you go live and start promoting your website, you will need to upgrade to the paid version of Shopify. But remember, it gives you 14 days just to try it out. And here I am back in my admin. If I go to the top left hand corner and click the little square with the arrow, view your online store, this is what I will get straight away. So I don't have to use the password because I'm the admin, and it means that I can get a live view anytime I want. But just remember, if you send anybody else to your website, they will need the password until you upgrade. Now there is a workaround that Shopify provides for you, and that is to simply write a message on that landing page where it requires a password. So down here we can just type to access website, enter the password, and I'll just put it in quotation marks, XOLTAH, and oops, make sure that it's spelt right, and click save. Now when we go back to this one here, where it says to access the website, enter the password. So now it's actually giving the password to any visitors that visit your website. So, I mean, I guess if you're having people test your website, if you're having developers or friends or family, you want them to just test your website, you can send them the link and the password will be here on the page for them. So what we can do is click enter using password, enter the password XOLTAH and click enter, and voila, it'll let us log in.